Hi, and welcome to your 30-minute yoga practice. Today's practice is all about working towards compass pose. So, a lot of hip work, a lot of inner groin work, a lot of side body work. It's a beautiful pose. Don't worry if you get into it or not. It's really nice to work towards it because we open the lateral seams of the body, parts of the body that we often don't get to open. So, I hope that you enjoy the practice. If you're doing this on catch up, please leave a comment, and I look forward to seeing your feedback. Welcome to everyone who is here live. Get a link out and then see where we are. Welcome to those who are here with me this morning. Good morning, lovely Pat. How are you doing today? I hope you're feeling well. I had a very busy Monday. Lots to do, but all good things. Also went for my guided run on Dom's running program. Had Jenna in my ears yesterday, and my husband and I actually did it together, which was really fun because we figured out that you can, and I can have one and he can have one, and then we run the guided run together, which I kind of hadn't really thought about before, and it worked really well. Good morning, Edgar. Hope you're well. I get to see you soon. Yay! Good morning, Sharon. Enjoy the prom walk. The sun is out here as well today, so hopefully make a little swim today. That'll be so nice. So enjoy your prom walk and enjoy the catch up. Welcome to everyone who is joining. Let me just refresh here to see everyone who's here. Loving these Tuesday live sessions. And then of course the Yoga for Runners that launches every Thursday, as well as a new meditation. Who here did the meditation from last week? I would love to hear. Good morning, Nancy. Already in the office, we'll do the session on catch up. Nancy, I hope you have a fantastic work day. Take the bull by the horns. Make it happen for you. Move through your day nice, cool, calm, and collected, and enjoy the catch up later. I cannot believe we are almost at the halfway mark of September. It is actually insane. We're in our second week of programs, second week of sober and sugar-free September. If anyone here is on that challenge, I'd love to hear from you. How have you found it? I know it's a difficult one, especially over weekends when you are in social environments, when you find yourself at a place where there aren't really options, and you kind of got to make do with what there is. So as long as you're doing your best, that is good enough. Remember not to be cruel to yourself, to beat up on yourself too much. If you slipped up today, that's fine, it happens. But then you've always got tomorrow to redirect again. Did the meditation last week, very soothing and relaxing indeed. Amazing, Nancy. I'm so glad you enjoyed that meditation. Celeste, good morning, lovely. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. I hope that you enjoy the catch up later. I hope you have a beautiful day. I've got a super full day, back-to-back filmings, lots of admin. I've got my I teach an in-person class here in Hermanus, which is nice, and getting me very stoked for the in-person session on Saturday. Guys, I'm so excited to be with the whole instructors crew, and then also filming something very exciting this week, which we will give more info about soon. Ed, I'm doing the no alcohol thing. I'm 29 years in, going pretty good. Edgar, stop it. That is incredible. Funny enough, my mom also is a non-drinker. I think she's had maybe one glass of wine her entire life. And it's very inspiring. We do live in a culture of drinking. A lot of people say, yeah, it's such a South African thing, but it's not. It's a global thing, a bit of a global pandemic. But we can take control of it. And it's all about moderation. It's not about punishment. It's not about sacrifice. It's about teaching yourself moderation. Remember, the liver needs a break. It can't just constantly be processing all the toxins from the alcohol that you're putting in your body, because then it doesn't really get a chance to do anything else. So you're really giving your body a bit of a chance to recover. And remember, as we age, it becomes harder and harder for the body to heal our cells, to reproduce new cells. And so we don't want to be putting the body under unnecessary stress or strain where it can't do the job it needs to do because it's busy kind of fixing our habits for us. And the body's amazing because it does that for us. It's very kind. But then we need to repay that kindness to the body by not putting it under so much strain. Morning, Daddy. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Nancy, hopefully it's a yoga challenge. Nancy, it is better yoga challenge. We posted a few sneak peeks. Some of you might know where it's going. But I will post another little sneak peek coming up. And I think it's something that everyone's really going to enjoy. If you guys, well, you guys do know Dom and myself, we are super passionate about what we do. And yeah, I can just tell you, like, having the two of us who are really nerdy about what we do, we're really passionate about what we do. The two of us putting together is just going to be like an explosion of fun, of love, of knowledge, of enthusiasm, of passion, of compassion. It's just going to be, yeah, it's going to be amazing to create it. And I hope that it'll be amazing for all of you guys to participate in. Domi, I was just chatting about us. Good morning, Leafy. I'm so excited for this week. So excited for this week. Can't wait. Can't wait. Everyone, it is 7 o'clock. If you've got a water, if you've got a tea, have a last little sip. And we're going to get started. Interesting practice today. Moving towards compass pose. Welcome to everyone who has just arrived. We are going to get started. We're going to start lying down on our mat. You can see I've got a yoga strap here. I've also got a bolster here. So if you feel like you need support in your, you've got a strap or a cushion nearby, and having your props nearby is a good idea. So don't necessarily wait for me to cue which props you'd need. Have them with you, have them ready. You never know when you'll need them. So bring ourselves to lie down on our backs. Nice and long through the spine. Let's take constructive relaxation pose. So an internal rotation of the thighs. And I want you to really feel this internal rotation. So the feet, again, wider than the hips, flat on the floor. Internal rotation of the thighs as you feel the inner knees touching. You're going to bring the arms behind the head. If you can, interlace the fingers, place the hands behind the head, rest the head in the hands. We start to open the lateral seams of the body by opening already into upper arms and armpits. Feeling into the rib cage, the chest expands. Feeling the sacrum pressing into the mat. Close your eyes and for a moment, just press pause on everything. You've got these next 30 minutes for yourself. Make sure that counts. In the breath, in and out through the nose. Change the interlace of the fingers behind the head. Take a moment to set an intention for this practice. All right, and then the eyes can open when you're ready. I want you to keep a nice deep breath throughout the practice today. We're just going to start by window wiping the legs from side to side. So you're going to take the right leg out to the side. Feel how you externally rotate in the thigh. And you're going to go into a deeper internal rotation, encouraging the left knee down to the floor. And as you do that, squeeze your left buttocks and feel how you can really get into the front of that left thigh, left hip flexor. Come back up to center and switch. External rotation, left thigh, inner right knee down. Again, a little squeeze in that right glute, opening front of the thigh, right hip flexor. And then let's just take that twice more to each side. As you move across, take a squeeze through the opposite glute. Over to the left. Over to the right. And over to the left. So what I want you to focus on as we lay down on our backs is that at the moment the spine has priority. You can feel that the spine is nice and long and supported. And we're just going to take a moment to really figure out what's going on in the hips, how open are they feeling, and that's really going to give you a good indication of how far you can go when we're in our seated position. So hands can come forward. You're going to bring the thighs to the chest, gentle point through the feet. Moving the knees individually, you're going to start to move them in big circles. So take the knees apart from one another, move them forward and back together. You can have a gentle activation of the abdominals here, but mainly I want you to feel what it feels like. How far can you take your knees apart? What do the glutes feel like as you squeeze them inwards? Full breaths in and out through the nose. Well done. Let's change direction. All right, and then again, squeezing thighs to chest. Let's find a happy baby. So split the knees, flex the ankles, bring the soles of the feet to face the sky. So here again, external rotation of the thighs. The knees are going to point outwards, which means the toes will point outwards. You can hold to the outer thighs or the outer edges of the feet. And here, I want you to press your lower back down into the floor. Take a little tuck of the chin, make sure the back of the head is on the mat. And then there's this kind of action to the pulling down of the hands, is this gentle pressing up of the feet. And as you press the feet up, notice how you can get the lower back a little more grounded. Well done. Keep right leg where it is. Place left foot down. Bring outer right ankle onto left thigh and encourage that right knee away from you. So a little figure four here. Come back into your happy baby. And switch. Right foot down, outer left ankle to right thigh. And notice how when you try and take that thigh into further rotation than it's able to, you'll feel that the right side of the pelvis starts to lift. Okay, you don't want that. You want a firm sacrum down and then only take that rotation as far as you can while not disturbing, staying very still and aligned on the floor. Bring yourself back into happy baby. Hands to the inside of the thighs or inside of the feet, straddle pose, extend the legs. This is going to be also an important part as we move towards the compass pose. Back into your happy baby. Left foot down, back into your figure four. And this time you might keep the left foot off the ground. Bring the hands either behind that left thigh or front of left shin. You can point into left foot, flex into right ankle. Little tuck of the chin. Switch on your breath. Make sure you're not pressing the tongue against the roof of the mouth. Soften the tongue, soften the jaw. Back into your happy baby. Second side, again, you might place right foot down, you might keep right foot up in the air. pull that right thigh closer towards you. Externally rotate that left thigh, take it away from you. And then you might use the hands to draw that left shin a little deeper. Well done. Release back into your happy baby. Keep right leg in a happy baby. Left foot on the floor, or perhaps extend that left leg all the way away from you, keeping that external rotation in that right thigh. Left hand can stay on left hip. I want you to activate left leg as you press left calf muscle into the floor. And then here, right hand's either going to move again to the inside of that right foot or the inside of the right thigh as you take right leg out to the side. If you've got your strap, you could use your strap here. Well done. Bring that right leg back in. Bring left foot up for a happy baby. We'll switch. Right foot down to the mat. On the other side, you'll extend the right leg. Get your right calf muscle down to the floor. And then you're extending into that left leg. Soften your body, soften your face. Don't let this be a fight with yourself. You're not trying to fight and force yourself into the pose. You're using the pose to figure out what's going on in the body, listening to any messages or signals the body is giving. Being soft and compassionate with yourself. Bring yourself back into happy baby. Well done. And then here you're going to bring the soles of the feet together. So some of you might stay holding onto the feet. So it's like a supine Baddha Konasana, supine butterfly pose. You might be holding your shins. And then we're going to lift the head, kind of again, that same feeling as our happy baby, pulling the legs towards you, but at the same time, knees away from you. Well done, soften down. We're going to meet on all fours, so you could either roll to your side to get there, or rock up, come over the knees, we'll meet on all fours. Spread through the palms and the fingers, knees hip distance, a couple rounds of cat-cow just to warm up the spine. So tuck your toes under into your cow pose, lift the sit bones, curl the ears back. And then untuck the toes, exhale, curl round, tuck the chin in. Inhale, cow. One more. Inhale, cow. Neutral spine. Big toes to touch, knees nice and wide for a wide knee child's pose. Sit yourself back, try glue your buttocks down towards your heels. Doesn't matter if they're touching, but keep them heavy. And then don't let the hips lift as you reach your fingertips as far forward as you can. Press down through the outer line of the hand, roll the outer shoulder down. Lengthening through the side of the body. Become aware. So when I cue things and I say things, I'm not just saying them for fun. There's a reason that I'm giving that instruction or giving you that piece of information. Let that really feel like you're just taking that information and embodying it. Let it imprint the body. All right, we're going to take a little lift up. Start to walk the hands over to your right. You can take a little lift, bring the belly over the thigh. Try and roll your abdominals towards the right as you roll left shoulder level to the right and keep your fingertips a little further forward. Now press into the left fingertips and try and sink that left buttocks down again, feeling that beautiful opening in the left side of the body. So again, this is going to be crucial when we start to play with that compass pose. So let's take 3 breaths here. And with every exhale, just soften the body into the pose. Well done. After third exhale, lift. And you're going to take yourself all the way over to your left. Belly over the thigh, hands reaching forward, right shoulder rolls level to left. Roll the abdominals towards the left. And then press into your right fingerprints. Try and make that right sit bone nice and heavy. 3 deep breaths into the right side of the rib cage. After your third breath, bringing yourself back through to center. Flat palms, just take a resting breath here. And then you'll come up onto all fours. Hands are shoulder distance, knees hip distance. Going to tuck the toes under, find a bent knee downward dog as you lift the hips up and back, draw the rib cage slightly in. We're going to bring the feet a little closer to one another. Getting deeper into that side body, you're going to start to swivel on the balls of the feet. So the toes will point to the right, heels and buttocks to the left. Start to press firmly into that right heel. Anchoring right heel down if you can. Otherwise, just focusing on pulling that right hip back away from the right armpits. Center and switch. Heels to the right. Bring that left hip back. Firm through left thigh. Lower belly draws back. Fully supporting the spine through the shape. Nice, and back through to center. Keep the knees bent. Look forward. Step yourself to the top of your mat. Feet hip distance. Take a halfway lift. And then down into a forward fold. You can reach for your opposite elbows. Just let the weight of the arms and the head, the spine to traction down. Legs can be straight or bent. But notice if by keeping the legs straight, the spine is popping up. Then rather bend the knees. You want to feel the pelvis tilting forward. Relax the head. You can nod yes, nod no. All right. Hands release. So you can take a little spinal roll. So bend the knees. From the bottom up, press into the feet. Roll one vertebra at a time. Come up, look up, and loop the shoulders. Both arms up. Take a full breath in. Side stretch to your left, left hand down, right arm up and over. Remember, you're not leaning forward or back. We're just moving over to the side. And back through to center, over to your right. And again, back up to center. Release the hands down. Just a little bit of balance work here. You're going to bring the feet together, bring your hands to your hips. We're going to find a standing figure 4. So weight onto your right leg. You're going to raise your left leg up, flex your left ankle. If you need to hold on to something, please do. You're going to bend your right knee, but keep holding the hips. Make sure they're not skewing. Bring your outer left ankle onto your right thigh. Notice how this right hip wants to pop out. Squeeze your right hip back in. Okay, and then you could bring your hands to your heart. And if you like, keep that right hip squeezing in, but you can start to hinge from the hips, sitting nice and deep. Lift up through the center of the chest, lift the back of the head. Beautiful. Come all the way up to stand, lower left foot down, switch. Right foot up, external rotation. Bring outer right ankle to left thigh. Again, squeeze left hip in. Sit yourself nice and deep. Notice the difference between left and right. So my right hip is much tighter than my left hip. And I know it's because of the way that I sit and have been sitting at my desk for many years without awareness. So that is something that I constantly work on. Come all the way up and release right foot down. All right, we're just going to move through 2 rounds of a little simple flow. Just get the energy moving, get the cardiovascular system switched on, and really get the breath flowing through the body. So release the hands down. Inhale, float the arms forward, high mountain. Bend knees or not, fold yourself all the way down, tuck the chin, complete the movement. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Inhale, rock yourself forward. Not exhale, lower yourself down to the floor. Untuck the toes, take the hands a little forward, cobra. Inhale. And lower, exhale. Press onto your knees. Inhale, find your downward dog. Take a nice deep breath out. Look forward, step forward to the top of your mat. Big toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. All the way up. Inhale, arms up, spine up. Center. Exhale, take the hands all the way down next to you. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe you take the hands behind the calf muscles, fold yourself a little deeper. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back, plank pose. Exhale. Your inhale rocks you forward, shoulders just past the wrists. And then exhale, lowering down. Untuck the toes, hands forward, cobra. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale onto all fours. Exhale, downward dog. Look forward, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to heart. Exhale, hands either side of you. Nice. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to step right leg back for our warrior 2. So remember, your right heel will now be in line with your left heel. Back foot in line with the long edge of your mat. Front foot in line. Back foot in line with the short edge of your mat. Front foot in line with the long edge of your mat. You're opening the shoulders to face the front. Lunge a little deeper. Roll this left hip down. Externally rotate that left hip to the point where you could maybe even see your left toe to the inside of your left knee. Taking an extended side angle, we're going to bring that left forearm to left thigh. Bring the top arm up and over. Lengthen through the whole top line of the body. Roll your outer right shoulder down. Beautiful. Stay here. Come back into a full warrior 2 with the arms. And then keep the lunge. Lower right hand down. Reverse your warrior. Left palm up. Reach up and back. Opening side body like we've been doing. Back up into warrior 2. We're going to switch from here. So straighten out the left leg. Turn the toes forward. Should have both your feet turning forward now. You're going to turn your right toes to face the short edge of the mat. Heel to heel alignment, back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Stay squaring off and then lunge into that right leg. The right knee is above its ankle. Rolling that right sit bone in underneath you. Maybe you can see your right big toe on the inside of your right knee. Bring right forearm to right thigh, top palm up and over, the palm facing down, extended side angle. Beautiful. Not super long holds today. Warrior 2. Reversing your warrior, front palm up. Lift it up and back. Come back through to center. Straighten out your front leg. You're going to turn the toes forward. Reach the arms up for a star pose, full stretch. And then take a forward fold. Hands can either come to outer thighs or ankles. Maybe hands are just falling down towards the floor. Firm through the front of the thighs. Lift those sit bones up and back behind you. Beautiful. And then we'll take a halfway lift. You're going to heel toe the feet to come to sit in Malasana squat. So again, external rotation of the thighs. If you need to lift the heels here, feel free to do so. Now we're really getting into those inner groins. Well done. Lift up through the center of the chest. Lift the crown of the head up. Your energy is going up. You're not just sinking down. Even though we're in a squat position, there's a lot of lifting happening here. Well done. Slowly bring yourself to sit down on your buttocks. You're going to cross the legs. I'll mirror you so you can take your left leg in front of your right. All right, take a moment just to find a comfortable seat here. All right, and then we're going to take a half happy baby. So you're going to keep the right leg as it is. If you need to, you can place that right hand on the floor for a bit of support. You're going to take this left leg into a seated happy baby. So just feel that out. You might want to move that leg around a little bit. It might not be very high. But again, wake up those postural muscles like you would for a cobra pose. Lift up through the center of the chest. Beautiful. Let's switch. Left leg behind right. Right leg into your happy baby. Lift up. And again, can you feel that you're pulling back with that right hand? At the same time, you're kicking forward and you find that co-contraction. All right, switch again. Right foot behind left. Left leg back up. We're going to find our balance now. We're going to take both legs into your happy baby. So again, you might be a little lower, which will be difficult to lift both feet, but see how you go. You can try and lift, rock back onto your sit bones. Try find the outer edges of both feet. Opening the legs for your happy baby, seated happy baby. Sit up nice and tall. Beautiful. And then some of you might start moving into seated straddle. Lift up through the chest. And then let's bend the knees. Place right foot down. You're going to start to bring your left leg over the front of the chest. So it doesn't have to be super still. You can move around here. Notice the sit bones. And you want this left sit bone curling in. All right, some of you might then bring the shin all the way across. You might hook left foot into right, the crease of the right elbow. Maybe bring the hands all the way around the front of that shin. And then just like rocking the shin side to side. Lift up through the chest. Again, step by step. You might not have the foot in the elbow. You might be here. And then you're just feeling working for lifting, lifting, lifting while opening. Switch, left foot behind right. Find that happy baby. Again, maybe your happy baby is here. What I want you to focus on is opening through that. Opening through the top hip. Both in external rotation. To start bringing that foot across. Again, some of you might bring it all the way across. Remember your figure 4. This knee is moving away from the chest. And then perhaps you bring that foot into the crease of the wrist. Notice here with the sit bones, I like to take a little lift so that my hip can move and then I sit back down again. So keeping in mind, I say this a lot, notice which parts of your body are fixed to the mat and which part of the bodies can move, and you'll need to adjust that. All right, well done. We're going to switch again. So here, a little bit of the fun part, not taking this too seriously. Moving towards that compass pose, you're going to bring again that left foot up. All right. This time though, you're going to bring your right hand. See if you can reach it to the outside of that left foot. Okay? If you like, you could also use a strap here. This is where you'd use your strap and you would strap. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring this arm to the inside of your left leg. Try get this left knee as high as you can. All right, just play with it. You might never have been in a shape like this in your body before. Remember, the sit bone is curling in, and then perhaps you can bring that left arm all the way out to the side. So strapping the foot or not, you're going to start to almost arc the spine a little to the left. The thigh is going to work hard here. This is why we did all the side body opening, because then you might extend that leg looking underneath the right. Again, it's not about getting to that final posture. It's about feeling into your body, making new connections, doing things perhaps you didn't think you could do. All right, to end this off in a little bit of fun, if you've managed to get your leg over your arm, I want you to bend into that left arm so your arm becomes almost like a little table. Bring right hand out to the side and see if you can hook over your left. If you're able to do that, maybe you bring yourself forward, try lift your bum off the floor. All right, let's switch. Left leg down, it's that right leg that's up. Again, we're going to switch. You're either going to strap that right foot or take the hand to the outside. Readjust those sit bones. Try get that right leg as high up on that upper right arm as you can. Take the hand out to the side. Then from here, there's this opening across that left rib cage. And then maybe that leg starts to straighten. Perhaps you look under your armpits. Again, it's not about getting to the full posture. Maybe you're here and you're like, oh my word, I've never had my leg wrapped around my arm, and the brain is going like, what are we doing? All right, that's building new neural pathways. It's getting to know yourself. All right, keep that right leg clamped on that right arm. You can start to bend the elbow. If you can, hook left leg over right. Bring yourself forward, and maybe for a moment you lift your buttocks off the floor. Well done. Come to sit down. We're going to cross the legs. Good job, everyone. Doesn't matter which leg is in front now. Take a loop of the shoulders. Let's reach the arms up. Take a twist to your left. Through to center, reach both arms up. Take a twist to your right. Back to center, both arms up. Inhale. Take a forward fold. And roll the spine up. Change the cross of the legs. Arms up. Take a twist to your right. Back to center, arms up. Twist to your left. Back to center, arms up, inhale. Again, a last little forward fold here. Pause for a moment. Take a moment just to thank yourself for showing up. Body, for going through this practice. Your intention one more time. Slowly roll the spine up. Take a loop of the shoulders. Well done for getting on your mat. I hope that you learned a few new things today. Maybe learned a few new things about your body, or learned a few things about yourself. We need to watch our minds throughout our practice, especially when we start moving into new things. We get impatient with ourselves. We get frustrated with ourselves. Remember, emotions come and go. So the poses aren't the reason for the emotion. The poses bring up the emotion. So let that emotion come up, let it go. And perhaps the emotion was joy or humor. I hope that for some of you it was, and that you don't take it too seriously. Life can be very serious, but that you also have some playtime on your mat, and it's not just about the intense stuff all the time. So well done if you're doing this on catch up. Leave a comment, let me know how you found it, and if you have any questions. Those of you here live, I hope that you enjoyed that. Much needed stretch, Pat. I'm glad you enjoyed that. How did everyone else go? Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy that? Let me know. It was a tricky one. Definitely a tricky one. But one of my favorite postures, and mine, definitely not even close to perfect, and whatever perfect is. But I just love the shape. I love how it makes me feel. I love the preparation work, opening into side body. It feels like it just gives everything so much more space. Daddy, such a pleasure. Pat had some crackles here and there. Good, Pat, awareness, and that is definitely very normal. When we actually get to feel into our body, we're like, oh, okay, what's going on here? I love that. I hope you guys enjoyed that too. Remember, Thursday, there will be on the live schedule a pre-recorded yoga for runners, as well as a new meditation. So I hope that you enjoy that. You guys have been asking for more than one yoga class a week forever now. So I want to see everyone do their 2 classes of yoga a week. And yeah, I'm wishing you all a beautiful day. If the sun is shining where you are, get outside, get some vitamin D, take a walk. Breathe your air, take your dog for a walk, take some time in nature. There are a few things as therapeutic. A beautiful day, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you live on Saturday and some of you in person. Ciao!
Variations and static squats, far low impact variations. 3, 2, 1, time on.